A group risked their lives to enter the infected zone, looking for the source of the virus. The scene was terrifying. Corpses piled up everywhere. But some people still danced wildly, a crazy, eerie celebration. At the center of the chaos, a naked man climbed a statue, laughing like a lunatic. This is Survival in Moscow. Set in the year 2028, a strange virus broke out. No cure. Anyone infected becomes insane, dancing to their death. The disease spread fast. Moscow was sealed off. Millions vanished. The city turned into hell. 10 years passed. A group of survivors planned to break in again, to uncover the truth. But they didn't expect a greater secret hidden inside. A girl searching for her brother enters the ruined quarantine zone, but disappears without a trace. Her boyfriend goes after her. But what awaits him is a nightmare. Will love conquer death? Or will secrets tear them apart? Welcome to a story of despair and hope. In the ruins of a world devoured by disease, those left behind search for salvation. But some truths are better left buried. He steps into the unknown, unaware of the horrors waiting ahead. Zombies are no longer the only threat. The living are scarier than the dead. And humanity ... is fading fast. Even the purest soul can be driven to madness, When hope disappears, he keeps walking forward, carrying memories and scars, Who is the real monster in this world? Who is the real monster in this world? The infected or the survivors? This is his last chance. This is his last chance. Stay alive. To find the path ahead and stay alive. Danger. With every step, death draws closer. His breath becomes heavier. The world is falling apart behind him, but he cannot stop. He knows there is something waiting ahead, a final answer or eternal silence. The cities are ruins now. Echoes of the past whisper through the dust. He touches the walls. Memories flood back, family, laughter, but none of that matters now. Only survival, only truth. The deeper he goes, the darker it gets. Shadows whisper from every corner. He grips the flashlight tighter. Each flicker of light reveals horror. Bodies frozen in time. Eyes wide with fear. Mouths open in silent screams. He almost turns back, but a voice inside urges him forward. The truth is near. Don't stop now. He clenches his jaw, takes another step. A sudden breeze sweeps through the corridor. Cold, unnatural. He shivers, ice darting. Then a faint humming sound, like a lullaby from another world. It's coming from the end of the hall. He moves closer, each step echoing. A door slowly creaks open. Inside a child's room. And touched by time, eerily still, a tiny music box turns by itself. He stares, heart pounding. And then he sees her shadow move. A shadow small and trembling. It moves behind the curtains. He calls out softly, "Who's there?" No reply, only silence. Then the curtain lifts on its own. A little girl stands there. Her eyes dull, skin pale. She whispers, "Why are you here?" He steps back, stunned. Before he can answer, she vanishes into thin air, leaving the curtain swaying gently. He stands frozen, drenched in sweat. He rushes to the hallway, but it's completely empty. No sound, no sign of anyone. Suddenly, the radio turns on by itself. A static-filled voice speaks. "Get out before it finds you." He unplugs the radio, but it keeps talking. His breathing grows heavy. He grabs his flashlight and runs upstairs. A door creaks open on its own. He hears soft sobbing inside. With trembling hands, he pushes the door open. The room is dark and cold. In the corner sits a girl in white. Her back is turned to him, shoulders shake. He cautiously steps closer. "Miss, are you okay?" he whispers. The girl suddenly stops crying. She slowly turns her head, but her face is completely blank, no features. He gasps and stumbles backward. Suddenly, the lights flicker violently, and the girl vanishes into thin air. He spins around, heart racing. A whisper echoes from behind. "You shouldn't be here ... He turns but sees nothing. The door slams shut by itself. He rushes to open it, locked. Footsteps echo from above. But he remembers he's on the top floor. Suddenly, the temperature drops. His breath turns to fog in the air. He presses himself to the wall, trembling. A child's laugh echoes down the hallway. He freezes. There were no children in the building. The laugh grows louder, closer. A shadow moves at the end of the hallway. It crawls across the ceiling. He backs away, breath shallow. Then silence. No laugh, no footsteps, just quiet. Suddenly, the lights flicker. He stares at the door handle that's turning. He stumbles backward into a shelf. Books and photo frames fall. One photo catches his eye. It's him, but as a child, standing next to strangers. He's never seen them before. The door creaks open slowly. He holds his breath, eyes wide. A hand slides through the gap. Thin, pale, fingers twitching. He slams the door with all his weight. The whisper returns, "You're one of us now." He screams, but no sound escapes. The lights go out completely. He's left alone in darkness. Then a whisper behind his ear, "Welcome home." He spins around, no one's there. Just empty air and thick silence. But the door is gone. Where it once stood is now a solid wall. He rushes forward, pounding the surface. "Let me out, please." But his voice sounds muffled, far away. Behind him, footsteps echo. Slow, deliberate, coming closer. He turns back, nothing but shadows. Then the light from above turns red. A voice, deep and cold, whispers, "Your past brought you here. Now it's time to remember." Suddenly, he's back in the hallway. But everything has changed. Photos on the walls move subtly. Their eyes follow his every step. Whispers slither through the air. The hallway stretches endlessly. He runs, but the end never comes, until he sees a mirror. But his reflection isn't his own. It smiles and waves, as if it's been waiting all along. He stares at the mirror in disbelief. His reflection mimics none of his movements. Instead, it turns and walks away, into a dark hallway inside the mirror. He feels an urge to follow, hand reaching out. His fingers press against the glass. It ripples like water. He steps through and the world goes dark. When light returns, he's in a room. Walls covered in childhood photos. Toys scattered across the floor. A small figure sits in the corner. It's a boy no older than 10. Curled up, humming a lullaby. He recognizes the tune, it's his. He kneels down, whispering, "Is that you?" The boy lifts his head. Same eyes, same scar. "I've been waiting for you," the boy says. "You left me behind." Tears fill the man's eyes. "I didn't know, I'm sorry." The boy nods, expression unreadable. "Now it's time to wake up." "Wake up," he repeats, confused. The room begins to tremble. The boy stands, slowly backing into the shadows. "You forgot who you were," he whispers. "You locked me away to survive." The photos on the wall curl and burn. The toys melt into black sludge. He tries to reach for the boy, but he vanishes into smoke. The mirror cracks. Light floods in from the other side. He's pulled through it, gasping. Back in the original hallway. Sweat-soaked, breathing heavily. The mirror is whole again. And so is his reflection. Except now, the reflection smiles, a knowing, eerie grin. He stumbles back, heart racing. The hallway seems longer now, darker. Walls breathing, ceiling cracking. A low whisper calls his name. "Don't forget again." He turns toward the voice but sees no one. Only flickering lights and moving shadows. Something behind him breathes. He spins around, a door appears. It wasn't there before. Carved with ancient symbols, pulsing faintly, as if the wood itself were alive. He touches it, it's warm, humming. The doorknob turns by itself. He steps in without thinking. Inside, a snow-covered playground. Children playing, but their laughter is distorted. Faces blurred, movements jerky. He walks toward them slowly, trembling. One girl looks up, her face suddenly clear. His sister, long gone. She smiles, "You left me here." His knees give way, collapsing into snow. "I didn't know," he cries. But she turns away, joining the other children. Their laughter becomes a roar. The sky above cracks like glass, and everything turns white. He opens his eyes back in the hallway. No snow, no children, only silence. His breath fogs in the cold air. He's holding something, a ribbon, pale blue. The one his sister wore the day she vanished. A tear rolls down his cheek. "What do you want from me?" A whisper answers, "Remember." Suddenly, the hallway stretches. Doors on both sides slam shut by themselves. He runs, no destination, just away. The walls start to bleed black liquid. His feet stick, heavy like lead. A voice chants behind him, low and rhythmic. He turns a corner and sees a mirror. His reflection twisted, older, bleeding. The figure in the mirror reaches out. Hand through glass, touching his chest. He gasps, memories flood in. The truth, the sister, the accident, the guilt. He left her in the snow that night. He was afraid, he ran. She called for him, but he never looked back. The ribbon slipped from her hand. And that was the last he saw of her. Until now, until this nightmare. The mirror shatters, he falls backward, landing in a room with red walls. Candles floating in the air. In the center, a chair and someone sitting. It's her grown up, somehow. Eyes full of sadness, but also peace. "You finally came," she whispers. He kneels before her, trembling. I'm sorry, he says, voice breaking. She touches his forehead. Let go now, it's time. A light glows around them, warm, golden. He closes his eyes and breathes out. He opens his eyes again this time. It's morning. Lying in bed, drenched in sweat. The room is calm, the nightmare is gone. But on his palm, a blue ribbon. He stares at it, tears forming again. Outside, birds are singing. A child's laughter echoes faintly in the distance. He stands up, walking slowly to the window. Sunlight spills across the floor. He clutches the ribbon to his chest. A whisper returns, soft as wind. Thank you for remembering me. He closes his eyes, peace at last. He turns around and sees the photo on the table. It's her smiling, holding a bouquet of daisies. He gently picks it up, fingers trembling. The edges are worn, like his memories. He smiles faintly, whispering her name. Outside, the wind rustles through the trees. He walks out the door, into the light. Down the path they once walked together. The world unchanged, yet completely different. The ribbon still in his hand. He passes the old swing set. Memories flash her laughter, their joy. His eyes mist up, but he keeps walking. The past can hurt, but it also heals. Today, he chooses to live again. He reaches the meadow where they first met. The grass sways gently in the wind. Sunlight filters through the tall trees. He kneels down, placing the ribbon in the grass. A soft smile forms on his lips, as if she's still there, watching. A breeze brushes his face like her touch. He closes his eyes and breathes deeply. The pain softens, replaced by warmth. He whispers, "Thank you for everything." He gets up and walks away slowly. Behind him, the ribbon flutters gently. Back at the camp, the survivors gather supplies. Everyone prepares to leave the ruins. Their faces are worn, but their eyes determined. Even in loss, they found new purpose. One of the elders steps forward. We'll head south, follow the river. A few nod, some glance toward the sky. The clouds are clearing, a rare sight. The boy picks up his sister's toy. He wipes it off and tucks it into his pack. Nearby, a woman wraps her baby tighter. The baby stirs but doesn't cry. The man returns, joining the group. He nods once, firm and quiet. They begin walking one step, then another, through ash and broken ground. But each step moves them forward, toward something new and unknown. As they walk, silence settles. Not from fear, but understanding. They've all lost something, someone. But they still have each other. One by one, their feet press into the dust, leaving behind the ashes of the past. Ahead, the land stretches far. Mountains in the distance, trees in bloom. Hope begins to flicker, faint but real. Someone begins to hum an old tune. Others pick up the melody. Soft, steady, almost like prayer. They walk into the unknown. Together under the pale rising sun. The wind picks up, gently brushing their faces. A scent of blooming grass and earth rises. It feels like the world is breathing again. Their hearts beat as one, steady and calm. No longer running, just walking forward. With each step, the weight of the past lifts. Not forgotten, but transformed into something that makes them stronger. Eyes once full of sorrow now hold resolve. They know there is still danger ahead. But for the first time, they believe that they can face it together. And maybe, just maybe, survive it. They keep walking until they reach the edge of the forest. Before them lies a ruined town, silent and still. Smoke rises faintly from collapsed rooftops. Burned vehicles scattered like forgotten relics. They exchange a glance. It might still be dangerous, but they know they have to go in. Cautiously, they move between the wreckage, looking for signs of life or traps. The town bears scars of a battle long past. Graffiti on a crumbled wall reads, "We were here," a silent testimony to those who resisted and those who fell. Suddenly, a faint sound like metal scraping on concrete. They freeze, hearts racing, eyes scanning. From behind a broken car, a figure emerges. Skin pale, eye sunken, movement unnatural. A survivor or something worse? The team raises their weapons, but the figure stumbles and collapses. breathing hard, whispering something incoherent. They rush to check he's badly injured. Burn marks, deep cuts, and a data chip clenched in hand. He points toward the city's center, then goes still. Silence falls again, heavy and grim. They exchange glances, knowing what this means. The chip might hold the last message or cure. But reaching the center means facing death. We keep moving, the leader says firmly. No one objects, they can't turn back now. The survivor's sacrifice must not be in vain. And the truth must be uncovered, whatever it is. They march through the ruined corridor, every step echoing. Dust rises from the floor, mixing with the tension in the air. Bodies lie in corners, long forgotten, reminders of what was lost. Graffiti on the walls reads, "No cure, only control." Their breath fogs up in the stale air, though it's not cold. They pass a shattered monitor flickering with static. Then a low growl in the distance, something is still alive. Weapons ready, they move slowly, hearts pounding like war drums. A sheep darts past the end of the hall, too fast to see clearly. It's watching us, one whispers, voice trembling. The leader gestures for silence. They press on, aware they're being hunted. They reach a metal door, locked, but behind it movement. A thud, then again, something or someone inside. "Help, please," a voice croaks from the other side. It's a child's voice, weak, afraid, human. They hesitate, it could be a trap or a miracle. The engineer steps forward, tools in hand, starts working the lock. Each second feels like a lifetime, the team guarding her. With a click, the door unlocks and swings open slowly. Inside, the room is dimly lit, and in the corner, a girl, maybe 10, eyes wide, cheeks sunken, clutching a small stuffed rabbit. "You're not like the others," she whispers. The leader kneels, voice gentle. "It's okay, we're here to help." The girl points to her chest, a small embedded device blinking faintly. "Daddy said this would keep me safe," she murmurs. The medic examines it and gasps, it's part of the master code. Not just a survivor, she might be the key to stopping it all. The team exchanges stunned glances. Hope is a dangerous thing. "We have to get her out," the leader says, firm and low. But footsteps echo behind them. They're not alone. Red emergency lights flicker to life, backup power triggered. A screech pierces the silence, then another, louder, closer. The medic grabs the girl, holding her tight. "Run," the leader orders, and chaos erupts. Through collapsing halls, under sparks and dust, they flee. A monstrous figure crashed through a wall, shrieking. It's twisted, half-human, its eyes burn with rage. The rear guard opens fire, bullets lighting up the dark. "Keep going," he shouts, then turns to face death alone. Tears streak down the girl's face as they run. The leader grits his teeth, another friend lost. But there's no time to mourn, not yet. Ahead, a broken exit sign flickers weakly. They charge forward, kicking open the emergency door. Blinding sunlight floods in, they're out. But the girl screams, the device on her chest glows hot. "It's not safe out here," she sobs, clutching her stuffed rabbit. The engineer scans the device. It's linked to a location. There's a second facility, she breathes, eyes widening. Hope flickers again, but the danger is far from over. Behind them, a shadow stirs in the doorway. The hunt hasn't ended, it's only just begun. They sprint down the hillside, lungs burning, legs shaking. The forest offers cover, but not safety. Every crack of a twig makes them flinch. Birds scatter from the trees, something is following them. The girl trips, the leader catches her just in time. "We're almost there," he lies, trying to stay strong. They reach an abandoned radio tower, rusted but tall. The engineer rushes to connect a makeshift transmitter. "If we can send coordinates, someone might come." The girl trembles, clutching her stuffed rabbit tighter. Suddenly, static clears, a voice responds. ... Repeat that, you found subject Echo 9? The leader freezes, the voice isn't from their side. Too late, the signal has given them away. Drones buzz overhead, dark shapes emerging from the sky. The medic screams, "We need to move, now!" But the girl stands still, eyes glowing faintly. I remember now," she whispers. The team stares, something's changing inside her. The ground trembles, trees sway violently. A pulse erupts from her chest, drones crash midair. The girl collapses, unconscious, but alive. Smoke rises around them, the enemy momentarily blinded. The leader lifts her into his arms. "We need to go." They descend through smoke and fire, chased by silence. At the foot of the hill, a hidden bunker opens. An old scientist steps out, eyes wide with disbelief. "You brought her here," he gasps, "after all this time?" The girl stirs, weakly opens her eyes. "You know her," the medic asks, stepping forward. The scientist nods, trembling. "She's the prototype. The one we thought we lost, but she survived." Outside, footsteps echo, the pursuers are close. "There's no time, get inside," the leader commands. The heavy steel door slams shut behind them. Darkness swallows the group, only the girl's breathing remains. But outside, someone watches, a silhouette in the smoke. He lifts his hand, speaks into a device. Phase 2, initiated. Inside the bunker, lights flicker on, revealing old lab equipment. The girl lies on a metal table, unconscious but stable. The scientist adjusts a monitor, heart rate steady. Her vitals are normal, but something's changed. The medic peers closer. Changed how? The screen glows, data scrolling rapidly. Her cells, they've adapted, she's evolving. Suddenly, a siren blares. Red lights flash across the ceiling. The leader draws his weapon. "They found us." Footsteps echo above, metal creaks under pressure. The scientist turns, panic in his eyes. "We must activate the failsafe." The girl twitches, eyelids fluttering open. She whispers, "They're here." A loud explosion rocks the bunker. Dust rains from above. The medic grabs her hand. "Stay with us." But her eyes glow, strange and bright. "No, I'll protect you." She stands, energy radiates from her body like heat waves. The walls vibrate, light bulbs burst overhead. The enemy breaches the entrance, heavily armed. But they freeze in place, eyes wide in terror. "She's not human anymore," one of them whispers. The girl raises her hand, a pulse of force shoots forward. The intruders are thrown backwards, weapons scatter. The leader shields his team. "Get behind the table." She steps forward, eyes glowing brighter. "I remember now, who I am, why they want me." Her voice echoes unnaturally, both ancient and young. The scientist whispers, "She's the key to everything." Alarms cut off, replaced by a strange hum. She turns slowly, looking at the stunned team. "I can stop this, but you have to trust me." The leader lowers his weapon slowly, nods cautiously. "What are you planning to do?" someone asks. She closes her eyes, the room darkens. Suddenly, light explodes from her body, blinding. Every screen, every device shuts down. Outside, the facility begins to quake. Metal creaks, support beams crack. She's destabilizing the entire power core. Someone yells, "Evacuate now," the commander orders. But she stands firm, calm amid the chaos. The humming grows louder, reaching a crescendo. Then silence, total silence. The emergency lights flicker back on. She's gone. Only a faint glow lingers where she stood. They stare in disbelief. Where did she go? Suddenly, the central control panel reboots, unfamiliar symbols flicker. A hidden compartment opens behind the main chamber. Inside is a crystal-like device, pulsing with energy. One of the scientists reaches for it, hesitates. "This is what you wanted us to find," whispers the commander. He lifts the device and visions flash in his mind. Images of another world, collapsing stars, strange beings. The truth hits him. She wasn't human. She was sent to stop this. Suddenly, alarms blare. Countdown begins again. The core's destabilizing again. Someone yells. He shouts, "We have to get this device to the escape shuttle." They race down the corridor, lights flickering overhead. The floor splits behind them, flames burst through cracks. They leap onto the elevator platform, ascending fast. Reaching the surface, they spot the shuttle, doors still open. Just as the base explodes behind them, shockwaves rumbling. Inside the shuttle, he grips the crystal, breathing heavily. She gave up everything ... so we could survive. But as the shuttle breaks through the atmosphere, the crystal device suddenly glows brighter than before. The commander's hand trembles, visions return, more vivid. This time, he sees *** himself ***, but he sees another version, cloaked in the same light as her. What ... what does this mean? He gasps, horrified. The AI onboard activates. Commander, genetic resonance detected. You're ... not fully human. Suddenly everything clicks, the visions, the connection, her trust. She didn't just die for humanity, he whispers, stunned. She died ... for me. The shuttle flies into the void, carrying the last half alien. And the only key ... to stopping what's coming next